Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you a first impression on the new Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. Now that is a mouthful. Was I even holding it right the whole time? I'm going to be wearing this throughout the day. I'm going to be checking in periodically to let you know how it's holding up on my combo oily skin. I'm hoping that it does hold up because I really want a good drugstore foundation. I tried so many and I'm just never happy with them. In this review, I'll also go over ingredients to help you guys out, let you know what's good and what's bad. So if you're interested in this first impressions, then just keep watching. So let's go ahead and dive into the nitty-gritty about this foundation. This foundation is around $11.99. Of course, it depends where you buy it. So I'm going to read to you straight from the Maybelline website what it says about this foundation. It says that this is a long-wear foundation that improves skin's appearance every minute you're in it. So I'm assuming that it's supposed to help your skin get better over time. Yeah, actually it says that it'll give you better looking skin in 3 weeks. This has the antioxidant power of Actyl C. This is for all skin types and it's from medium to full coverage. This foundation reduces the appearance of spots, dullness, and unevenness and gives you a brighter, more even, and stress-free skin. It's so funny. It says for best results, apply a layer of Superstay Better Skin on Skin. I mean, come on. Really? So I did a lot of research on this foundation for you guys and I got a lot of notes, so bear with me. I'm going to read through them as quickly as I can and try to not stare at my screen the whole time while I read them. So Actyl C, what is that? I actually had trouble trying to find out what Actyl C was. It's not very easily Googleable. Googleable, is that even a word? It's pretty much a powerful vitamin C derivative that can help brighten your skin and help skin regeneration over time. But truth be told, I think it's just a trademarked phrase that L'Oreal came up with to kind of put onto their packaging and make people go, oh, Actyl C, I need that for my skin. I don't really know the chemistry behind it, so if anyone out there knows, please comment down below and let me know so I can be as well educated as possible about this. This does have titanium dioxide, which is sunscreen, SPF 15. I do recommend wearing your own SPF because SPF 15 really isn't that much. And no, SPF in your foundation will give you flashback when you take flash photography. The first ingredient on this foundation is water. Just because a foundation has water as the first ingredient doesn't mean it's a water-based foundation. There's a big misconception about that. Actually, reading into the list of ingredients in this foundation led me to know that this foundation is silicone-based. So whenever words ending in this right here are at the top of an ingredients list, that means that it is silicone based. Like I said, just because it's water at the top doesn't mean it is water based. The water is just there to help make the foundation more spreadable and more blendable. So remember to read your ingredients thoroughly if oil based, if water based, or if silicone based really makes a difference for you when it comes to your foundation. The second ingredient is dimethicone, which is in a lot of drugstore foundations. This is a silicone oil, which is like an emulsifier. What an emulsifier is it helps keep other ingredients from separating, and it also adds a moisturizing element and allows the product to spread over the skin evenly and easily. I have read in various articles that this ingredient is pretty controversial. It can cause you to break out, and it does have a few side effects like drying, irritation. It's also known to accumulate in your body over time. So if you're one of those people that seem to break out from a foundation, maybe check to see if this ingredient is one of them within that foundation. That could be what's breaking you out. The third ingredient is isododecaine. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. That's an emollient, and that's added to products to help them stay soft and help them give the ability to spread evenly. It cannot be absorbed by the skin, so it lacks the ability to actually give any kind of skin irritation, so you don't have to worry about that ingredient. So those were the first 3 ingredients in this foundation. There are other ingredients. I suggest reading them and seeing what they're all about, but most of them are just silicones, which is why this is silicone based. As for reviews, Nouveau Cheap, which is a blogger that I follow, said that she did not like this foundation. She has oily skin. She said it never set into her skin, which is the problem that I had with the Too Faced foundation that I previously did a review on. I'll link it down below. She also said that it caked up when she tried to build the coverage, and despite using an oil control setting powder, it still made her very oily. On Makeup Alley, this foundation has a 2.9 out of 5, which means that 45% of consumers do not recommend a friend buying this. And on Ulta, this foundation has 4 stars. So really, there's a lot of different kind of information on this foundation. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't like it, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it. I did the most with my eye makeup today. So for my primer today, I'm just gonna be using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water on one side of my face and no primer on the other side of my face, just to see if the primer actually helps. So I'm gonna spray this on half side of my face. This is gonna be kind of hard. All right, yeah, that worked. On my primer side, I'm gonna be using this Real Techniques stippling brush. And on my non-primer side, I'm gonna be using this very dirty Beauty Blender. If you don't have a very dirty Beauty Blender, you're lying, okay? Because I know everybody's Beauty Blender is dirty right now. All right, I'm gonna do 2 pumps on the back of my hand. This is what it looks like. Let me zoom in for you guys. This is what 2 pumps looks like. It's like not moving. All right, so I'm gonna start with this side of my face. Stipple it on. Buff it into the skin. My neighbor's dogs are out barking. It's really hard to get like half of your face. You know what I mean? On the other side of my face, I'm going to use my Beauty Blender, and I'm going to pick up the product with my Beauty Blender and just pat it in. So far, I really like the coverage. It looks very pretty. I'm liking the fact that this side, my pores seem a little smaller. But I like the finish of this side with my Beauty Blender. It just looks much more blended. So this is it on my face. So this was just 2 pumps and I like the coverage. I think the side with my Beauty Blender covered up a little better. So here you go. Beauty Blender side, stippling brush side. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face makeup and I'll be right back with you guys. So I'm done with my makeup. I put on all my face makeup. I put on my lips. And I really do like the finish of this. I set it with the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Translucent Powder. And I really like what it looks like on my skin right now. Obviously, it does look like I'm wearing foundation because it is a medium to full coverage foundation. Can't get away with no makeup look with this one. It hasn't settled into anything yet. I'm gonna wear this throughout the day and we'll see how it holds up. I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Right now it is 1:38 in the afternoon. I will check in with you guys around 4 and then maybe shoot for 8 and then whenever I go to bed, which probably won't be too late, so maybe like 11. That should be enough wear to really test this out and say if it's a great foundation or if you should just skip it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright guys, I'm back. Broken out. I was just laying on the couch. We didn't really do anything. We watched Transformers, that new one with Mark Wahlberg. I don't think I've ever seen such an awful movie in my entire life. Like, I want those hours of my life back, but I guess I can't have them. It is 5:22. I was supposed to check in at 4. Sorry, but this is what my makeup looks like right now. I have been touching my face a lot today. Obviously, because I've been touching a lot, the coverage has faded around my mouth. I see a little pimp coming up here. What in the world? My face does feel oily. So let me pat it with some setting powder and see what happens. I'm gonna use a Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder because I'm kind of in love with it. And I'm gonna use this e.l.f. powder brush to put it on my face. I'm just gonna do it around where I'm oily. I'm gonna zoom you guys in now. Okay, so as you can see, it's really not that bad, the fading, at least around my mouth, but it is holding up okay. I am starting to look a little cakey around the areas that I did powder. I'm not a big fan of cakey, but it's kind of unavoidable when you're oily to some extent. But yeah, I do still like the finish of it. I'm not sure if this is going to hold up as a long wear foundation. For a few hours it might be okay, but you know, we'll see how that goes. It is 5:31. I'm going to go play some video games. I'll check in with you guys a little later. Alright guys, I'm back for my final check-in. The time now is 9:47. It is torrential downpour outside, so if you can hear the rain, what can you do? Thank you, Mother Nature. So I've worn this foundation since I think 1:30. So it's been 8 hours. Okay, so first things first. I feel my skin. I am oily again. That's just to be expected, being an oily girl like I am. Looking at my skin, I see patchiness. I see that it has dried up and kind of crumbled, kind of pooled around my pores. I wasn't expecting this foundation to last 8 hours. It doesn't give me that promise anywhere. I will say that my forehead is not as oily as I expected it to be, so that's a plus. It was a normal amount of oil that I always usually get with any foundation except my Estee Lauder Double Wear, which is holy girl status. There is a little bit of fading, there is patchiness, there is pooling around the pores, it looks kind of dry and crusty. I need a foundation to last 8 hours, especially because I work 8 hours a day. So would I be purchasing this foundation again? As for the better skin in 3 weeks, I don't really know if that's a promise that this foundation would keep, and I'm not going to keep it for 3 weeks to find out, because if this is the first day, it's just going to be even more disappointing from this point on. I also am not a fan of like the gimmickiness of it with the whole derivative of vitamin C kind of a thing. There's really no science that I could find behind it. If you could find any information on Actyl C, then please let me know. I would love to be informed. That's it. There you have it. There's my review on the new Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation. Have you already tried this foundation? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd like to hear your story on your personal experience with this foundation, especially if it differs from mine. If you want to see more first impressions, go ahead and click the like button. That helps me know that you want to see them. All the information that you need to know is going to be linked down below. I will also link the information that I spoke about earlier in terms of the ingredients and what I found about Actyl C. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!